Alright, guys. It is Thursday, December 1st, 2022 at 5:08 p.m. Eastern Time. Alright, guys, welcome to December. It is December 1st. The rest of the year flew by rather quickly. Alright, let's take a look at dailyverses.net verse of the day. It says, Look to the Lord and his strength. Seek his face always. 1 Chronicles 16:11. Alright, guys, let's peruse through some headlines. It says GOP senators say they will block military funding unless vaccine mandate is scrapped. They're saying the Biden administration is firing soldiers we invested in and trained. Alright. Next. Lava flows from Mauna Loa volcano could reach major Hawaii highway in days. The night sky glowing in orange color, the lava appeared to be flowing towards Big Island Saddle Road, an important highway for locals and tourists. So heads up, people from Hawaii. That road could be covered in lava soon. Alright. Let's see. Railroaders say morale, quality of life an all-time low. Let's take a look at this article. Railroaders say morale and quality of life at an all-time low. Nearly 115,000 railroaders were closely following the votes Wednesday in the U.S. House of Representatives after President Joe Biden called on Congress to immediately pass legislation to avert a rail strike. The House voted 290 to 137 Wednesday to avert a possible rail strike amid debate over the national tentative agreement brokered by the White House, union employees, and class railroads in September. Nearly 40% of the nation's freight is moved by rail. Railroad workers for the 12 freight unions have been operating without a new contract for 3 years. However, the strict attendance policies and the lack of paid sick days has been sticking points for the majority of rail workers, including nearly 60,000 members of 4 railway unions that voted to reject the national contract in mid-November. It's been a long 3 years, depending on how you look at it. Jeffrey Ferguson, president of the International Association of Sheet Metal, Air, Rail, and Transportation Workers, told FreightWaves the workforce is cut back to the bone, and those that are left are having to pick up the slack. So the railroad workers are dealing with a lot of hard options. It says the senators voted to avert a strike, but refused to give 7-day paid sick leave to the railroad workers. That is quite sad. So morale is at an all-time low for all those railroad workers. So please pray for them that they are able to get 7-day work leave, sick leave, and able to at least see their families a little bit more, because they're getting so pressed and worked that they can't even really see their families or even go to doctor's appointments. So please pray for them. Alright, guys. Next, let's take a look here. It says it just goes deeper and deeper. Creative director of the Balenciaga fashion house Demna became the ambassador for Ukraine recovery program designed to help temporarily displaced people. That is quite iffy. If you know that Balenciaga has been rumored to be trafficking children and things like this, or there's been rumored. So this is what is quite creepy. Please pray for those children or for those people that are displaced to have to deal with this company. May they be safe. Alright. Next, videos. Mysterious plasma starts glowing from fingertips during lightning storms in Saudi Arabia. Let's take a look at this so you guys can see the little bit of light coming from their fingertips. Let's see if I can zoom in more into this. You can see here a little bit of purple on their fingertips. But apparently a mysterious glow on fingers during thunderstorms in Saudi Arabia is caught. Let's see if I can do a little zoom in. Alright, let me try it again. Having to deal with this computer. Alright. Keeps freezing. Alright, I'm gonna try it again. See if I can get this contraption to zoom. I'll get there. But it doesn't want to zoom. Oh well, since it doesn't want to zoom, I've been trying to press the buttons that you're supposed to get it to zoom. Oh well. Anyways, there's light coming from these people's fingertips, which is the interesting part. I don't know if a lot of people have been experiencing that in Arabia or Saudi Arabia, but it's quite interesting that light emitting from people's fingertips is happening during storms. Quite mysterious plasma just pouring out of people's fingers. Might be a superpower, who knows? Alright, next. Let's see, we have World War III preparations for the first time in history. Russian Tu-N5MS bombers landed in China and Chinese H-6s in Russia. Alright. Also, Ukraine, just before the Stone Age, citizens are burning whatever they can find to keep warm. Fires at a new scourge. Alright. Also, alert in the U.S. Fires suddenly broke out in the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln. 9 people are injured, so please pray for the people in the USS Abraham Lincoln, and the Navy. Please keep them safe, Lord. Watch over them. Alright. Let's go back and see if we find any other stories. Alright, 1,500 nuclear warheads within 13 years. China on pace to almost quadruple the nuclear arsenal by 2035. Alright, guys. Alright, flights conducted almost daily. Is Xi delivering weapons to Putin? Russia actively supplies something from China with an 124 cargo planes almost every day. 124 cargo planes. That is a lot of cargo planes, guys. Alright, I'll leave you the link to the page so you guys can check out all these stories happening. Alright. Let's take a look at this one. With Senate vote, Congress moves to avert rail strike. I had covered it a little bit earlier, but bipartisan coalitions in the House and Senate pushed through a bill that would impose an agreement between rail companies and their workers. So, who knows if it's going to be any good. Hopefully they get some days off. Alright, next. 5 cars of the Secret Service rented in Nantucket were damaged when one caught fire a day after they were returned. So, is it mysterious that 5 cars that the Secret Service rented for the president burned up in fire? Who knows? Alright, next. Elon Musk, confident brain chip company Neuralink can begin human trials in 6 months. That is very quick. Very not far away, guys. Please get right with Jesus. You don't want to have to take a Neuralink chip to the forehead or a mark to the hand. Please stay in Jesus. This is just looking like Mark of the Beast stuff, guys. Please pray for everybody that has to deal with this company and the possible trials of implanting a Neuralink chip in their brains. Alright, guys. Alright, let's take a look at the community tab. If you go to my Space River News channel on YouTube and you hit community tab, you can get all the news ahead before anybody else, because I don't usually make a lot of videos. But when I do make a video, it's something either important or I want to share. But on my community tab, I share the information ahead of time without it being a video. Alright, fire aboard aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln injures 9 sailors. China rapidly expanding nuclear weapons arsenal. Elon Musk confident brain chip company Neuralink can begin human trials in 6 months. Alien minerals found in a 15-ton meteorite that crashed in Africa. The U.S. Embassy in China is urging Americans to stock up with at least 2 weeks of food and medicine. So the Chinese are saying to the U.S. Embassy in China, stock up, stockpile for medicine and food for at least 2 weeks, guys. That means something's coming, guys. Alright, Hawaii Mauna Loa update. Lava close to the roads that are tourists and the city folk use. Alright, also this story I found interesting. Let's open this one so you guys can see it. San Francisco supervisors approve San Francisco Police Department plan to give robots deadly force option. So we have a possible RoboCop in our hands situation happening. The San Francisco Police Department is approving the plan to give robots deadly force option. So heads up, San Francisco and California. That is quite creepy. Alright. As well as the shelter in place panic button for Ukraine and Russia. Air raid sirens and alert. 2 volcanoes erupting simultaneously in Hawaii, as well as the cold front coming through the East Coast and all parts of the United States. Because in the second picture, you can see how cold the whole states, the whole map is. It's pretty much cool weather. The lowest 4 degrees, 3 degrees. The highest 75 in Florida. So Florida usually doesn't get any of the cold weather. If it does, it is not for too long. Usually is the warmest. But cool weather coming through, guys. As well as goodbye to hurricane season yesterday. Yesterday, November 30th, was the last day of hurricane season. Thankfully, we covered it this year. I covered as much news as I could, sharing the weather and forecast and storms. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad a season. Alright, next, near-Earth objects, or NEOs, are upcoming close approaches with asteroids. Alright, so today is December 1st, so we have 2022 WS9. It is 4.5 lunar distances away from Earth, or 0.0 AU. So this is the one happening today. To keep an eye on this. Hopefully nothing happens. Alright, the other asteroid with the closest approach or lunar distance from Earth will be on December 15th, which is 2015, RN35 on December 15th. Kilometers 686,196 kilometers, or 1.7 lunar distances from Earth. So it is going to be a bit closer than the rest of them, but I will leave you a link to this channel so you guys can check out the near-Earth objects as well. Keep an eye on that, have access to those. Alright guys, these are the earthquakes. This is the USGS map. Let's see if there's any crazy earthquakes happening in the United States. What we have for the Texas, a 2.7 for Texas, a 3.6 for New Mexico, a 3.8 for Southern California, and a 2.5 for Round Valley, California. So not too active right now. Hopefully it stays that way. Let's see, Alaska having a couple, having a 3.0, a 3.1, a 4.1, and a 3.2. the Aleutian Islands. Then we have Japan having a 4.9 off the coast of Honshu, Japan. Hawaii still rocking because of the volcano. Let's zoom into Hawaii so you guys can see the earthquakes. Alright guys, let's see. Hawaii with a 3.7 and a 2.6, then a 2.5 and a 2.7. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Please pray for Hawaii. Pray for everybody having to deal with issues. We all deal with issues every day. If we rely on Jesus and God, we have peace and tranquility because God has everything. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more. See you guys next time. God bless.